It's the wolves!
That one might be a little too loud. What's up, everybody? Let's see who we have in the house. We got the Frank Meister. True Crime Talk with Frank Meister. What's up, Anna? Anything I like. The case you did the other day about the young man in the chimney still has me baffled. Yeah, that's the Maddux case. Joshua Maddux. Yeah, that was a. I don't know. I think he was murdered. I'm convinced, but I don't see 100% proof. That's just an opinion that I have. What's up, speculation? What's going on? GP, Olivia, Beth. How are you? Thank you, Doris. I did. I appreciate that. CJK, Jerry. Yeah, sorry about the delay. I apologize. Running around with the wife. Night Shadow, Mitzi, Sparky. Hey, you shortened it up. Hey, Phil, how you doing? True Crime Housewife. Hello, Sleuth in chat. Hope you enjoyed your brunch. Yeah, I didn't get to finish it. I have the rest right here. What's up, Molly? What's up, Susie? Sensei Wackadoodle. Hey, my guy Jim. Skip Jansen. Skip, is it Jansen or yeah, I think it is Jansen. Gives me a headache. Non-English speaking folk talk much clearer than Skip. Well, I'm half illiterate. Like I have a good vocabulary, but my grammar's horrible. Yeah, Skip. I don't know. I stay neutral on him. I had him on a members only live stream when we were talking about the whole DP thing. He was super chill then. Just very conspiratorial. Kind of like that back room. Kind of why I had to shut down the Facebook group because it gets really kind of, I don't know, you can't really tell fact from fiction. Shadowbox, what's up? Holla. What's going on, Sarah? Barbara Spicer. Well, hello. Welcome. Me too, but damn. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't watch all of that either. I know what you're talking about, that live stream from last night. But hey, who am I to judge? Hey, what's up, Ruckus? Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the ruckus. Purdue, how are you? So, what do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to take a look at this case? Yeah, this one's crazy. I mean, talk about a nightmare. I could have easily have been this kid. This is the Daily Mail. DailyMail.com. What's up, Chopper? Get to the chopper. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and make one just for you because I'm not good at accents. I'm going to do a Predator one for you. It'll be like this.
Well, yeah, that's just like your opinion, man. Your opinion, man.
Oh, the anger sharks are swimming.
You can read this. You can read this.
Yeah, maybe I'll load up a couple more. Oh, nice. It says I have video backgrounds. Oh, that must have been the update. StreamYard is going to allow me to have video backgrounds now. Trying to step up their game a little bit. That's why I liked OBS. The freedom. I just have a huge delay and I can't have that. All right, so here's some bullet points from the case that were put together by Daily Mail. The headline, body of 18-year-old missing for 7 years, found in the chimney of an abandoned cabin less than 1 mile from his house. So basically, he told his sister, like, hey, I'm just going to go out for a quick walk, and he took his guitar with him. He was a musician and an artist and a writer. Joshua Vernon Maddux, 18, vanished May 2008 in Woodland, Colorado. His remains were found in a cabin in Woodland Park last month by construction workers who were tearing it down. Obviously, not last month. This article appears to be from September 2015. So, what's up, She Warrior? Molly, what's good? True crime fangirl. Hey, Sleuth, we have a missing man in our area. Truck found abandoned. Jared McCallow. We'll come back to Maddux. But if you want to know more about Maddux, my last True Crime in the Morning, I mean, we did a deep dive into the case. If you want to go take a look there, you can. But we're going to come right back to this. Louisiana. KC sheriffs. That's too much S's for my cottonmouth. Too many S's. KC Sheriff's Department seeking missing man. No photo here. Here, let me find a better article. Active missing persons. Here we go. Missouri State Highway Patrol.gov. Oh, it's a whole long list. Let me search his name. He's not on there. Let me try the last name. Nope. All right, I'll just read the article. Oh, wait, here's Indiana.gov. Looks like they put up a bulletin. Oh, that's crap. All right. WZDM it is with no photo. Oh, but they did put some links here. Maybe this is his Facebook. Yeah, there's not a whole lot on him. It's kind of sad. KC Sheriff's Department seeking missing man in southern Knox County. The Knox County Sheriff's Department is seeking a man reported missing from southern Knox County. The man has been identified as Jared Mallo. He is 5'9", 175 pounds. Mallo was last seen on South 6th Street Road, somewhere south of Vincennes. Vincennes? Here, let me put this up on the screen. I told you I'm half illiterate. Let's zoom that in. Yeah, Vicennes. Anyone with information about the disappearance should call the Knox County Sheriff's Department at 812-882-7660. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot on it. I did see a Facebook. Let me click on that. Yeah, there's nothing on that. Oh, here we go. Here's a TikTok video. Jared Mallo missing. Is it Salem? I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to this, guys. It's just not enough. Send me an email. sleuthintuition@gmail.com. Yeah, because that's kind of messed up if there's nothing easily available. I mean, what if you have information on the case? Should at least put up like a Facebook, create like a first thing you should do is create a Facebook group. That way you can start making contacts. You know, anybody that is interested in the case or willing to help or might have information, they can get to you very quickly. Boom, Facebook. And then work with the contacts that you start to make there. Of course, along with working with your local law enforcement, right? This is just something secondary that you can do as a family member, friend. Shit, even called Tim Corbett. Maybe he'll go out there and interview some folks for you. Cold case expert, Tim Corbett, out of South Bend, Indiana. Give him a call. You never know, he might take you up on your offer. Lawnman. What is that? Bass Reeves series. It's epic. True Crime Housewife says he was traveling from Louisiana to Illinois to see his son. Never arrived. Truck found in Indiana with his dogs. To me, that sounds like maybe a hitchhiker scenario. You know, I don't want to take this long drive alone. Need some company. If anything happens, I got my dog. I don't know. They might want to be checking around that highway. I would check all along from where he left to where he was supposed to be going and then where the vehicle ended up. I would look in all the nooks and crannies right there. His name is Jared McCallow from Louisiana, but everything that I'm pulling up is for Illinois, except for that one article. No image, no nothing. Okay, let's continue on here. Back to Joshua Maddux. So he vanished May 2008 in Woodland, Colorado. His remains were found in a cabin in Woodland Park last month by construction workers who were tearing it down. So let me pull up that. Okay, so you can see the fireplace here. And it looks like they had built on an attachment that kind of went out in this direction to the left. And then they also built another room coming right off of this wall here. You can kind of see where it was connected. So they had destroyed that. They destroyed part of the top of the fireplace. They tore down this whole room, this entire room here, and chipped into the fireplace. And that's when he was exposed right here. Now, he had just walked. He said he was going for a walk, but he was 18 years old. And for some reason, when he was missing, everybody just thought, hey, he was out there to pursue his dreams. You know, he's going to come back as this big rock star. And I believe those were his plans. Like, I'm going to go out and do all, I'm going to go express myself artistically, musically. I'm going to write. I'm going to combine the two. And I think he had a friend. What was his name? Andrew Newman, I think was his name. And I believe Andrew may have killed him. They were both musicians. Andrew was part of a band, according to some mutual friends of the two. This was Andrew here. Let's see here. Theories on the Josh Maddux death and Andy Newman link. Police received several anonymous tip-offs suggesting leads naming suspects that had bragged of killing Josh. One such suspect was now incarcerated in a Texas jail and had previous time in Seattle and Portland prisons with a long history of violent crime. One tipped-off had informed the police that this man had been seen with Josh. When speaking of the man, Al Bourne said, they can't give me times and specifics, and we can't generate stuff that goes back 7 years. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you can try, right? Bourne also doubted that the man would have been able to put Josh in the chimney alone. So this was what kept them from following this lead, right? They said that because they found Josh's clothes outside the chimney. They believe the official story is for some reason he took his clothes off, folded them inside, placed a piece of furniture over the front of the fireplace, went outside in the cold in only his shirt, long sleeve thermal, climbed up on top of the house, through the chimney and got stuck. With all the evidence that was left at the crime scene, that's what would have had to have happened. In 2015, a post on Reddit in 2015 gave a name to the suspect just mentioned. The post said, I went to high school with this skinny, dorky hippie named Andy, who played guitar in a band. I was never good friends with him or anything, but a year or so after I graduated, one of my good friends, Josh, started hanging out with him and then went missing. Turns out that in addition to becoming a lot scarier looking, Andy had indeed headed down to New Mexico, where he found himself shooting the shit with the caretaker of a disabled guy, got invited over to their apartment. Caretaker gets in the shower, and when he comes back out, the disabled guy is stabbed to death, and Andy's gone. When Andy got arrested, he also claimed to have killed a woman in Taos and stuffed her body in a barrel. The cops had indeed found a woman stuffed in a barrel in Taos, but already had somebody in custody for it and decided to stick with that guy instead. So yeah, I think he's the one responsible for the murder. They probably met up in that place, in that cabin. But this is something we were messing with. Like, how is it possible to shove somebody up into a chimney? He was in the fetal position and his knees were above his head. Hey, what's up, Dawn? Solar Chef Steph. This account, what's up? Welcome back. Just gonna listen. Good to see you again. What does everyone think of Julie Melvin saying Snay the Bray emailed Julie Melvin the crime scene photos? I would say, why would you believe her and not him? Or why would you even believe her or him and not her? I mean, they're obviously only in it for the drama, right? That's what they're doing. They're feeding off of each other. Makes for a good soap opera. So yeah, let's take a look here. Won't spend too much time on this because we did a whole live stream on it. If you guys want to look at it more, just go check it out. But we will talk about this part of it. Okay, so he was naked from the waist down, thermal, only a long sleeve thermal shirt on. That's it. Knees above his head. So we definitely need to change the position here. And get a good look at the fireplace. Because what they said is he was shoved up into this area right here. The smoke shelf over the damper is what the construction workers said. And they also said that there was something covering the top of the chimney that was built in there about 1 brick level deep to keep animals and stuff out of there. But I think he did it a long time ago, so you never know. And they could have torn it off themselves. They could have climbed up there and been like, oh, wait, like it's loose. But it still doesn't make sense. Why? And why were his clothes inside? So it doesn't make sense. Okay. So somehow he was positioned in there like that. Now, I think it's possible if you, let's say you put him up in here, right? Head first. No, it would have had to been feet first, right? Feet first, maybe. Or maybe he did climb down the chimney and he was stuck. And then over time, gravity just kind of pulled him down. That's what the chat was able to put together during the live stream. I kind of think that's possible. Because according to the report, his legs were disjointed. So my understanding is that happens often during decomposition. But I don't really subscribe to that theory completely. I think he was shoved in here only because of the other circumstances surrounding the case. The clothing, the fact that a large piece of furniture was ripped from the wall and placed in front of the fireplace. So yeah, definitely an interesting case. You guys should go check it out. Like I said, we just did the last episode 19 we did on Joshua Maddux. So I'll go ahead and shut that. Oh, I should have saved it like that. What'd you guys think of the image I posted yesterday in the community page? Sensei, dare him to climb the chimney and then back in. Yep. And then when he got stuck, maybe he even fell and like hurt it and just died. Well, no, because I think the cause of death, I think, was hypothermia. And his brother had just killed himself a year ago. So I wonder if that was his way of doing it. But I don't know. I think he was murdered. I think he was murdered by Andrew Newman. But that's just a uneducated opinion. Thank you, Sensei. Yes, Sensei. We do not train to be merciful in this dojo. Do we? Chopper says JM and Snay was good friends. A few weeks ago, even had a meal with Murder Sheet. But now they hate each other. Yeah, who cares? They're going to talk about the crime scene photos for another year. Go for it. So we talk about what's going to happen tomorrow here today. They're still talking about what happened last week. What up, Redfoot? All right, I'm going to go through the comments and get everybody that I missed so that I'm all caught up. My guy Farmer. What's up, Farmer? Charlotte. Doris Brockman. Vincent's. Thank you. Vincent's. Yeah, that makes sense. Appreciate that. Big Bird, what's up? 44 hours in 3 days? Oh, damn. So you're about to fall asleep. Oh, he was traveling to Salem. Yeah, if you guys find a link or anything to that case, let me know. I would like to help on that. It's kind of sad when it's hard to find, you know? That's what's good about YouTube. Like when people would ask, hey, can you post a bulletin? And I post it. If you go to Google, it's right there. Boom, pops right up. You know? So yeah, if you got a YouTube channel, post a bulletin in your community and people will be able to find it in a Google search. Charlotte, what's up? Reading the criminology book New Evil by Dr. Gary Bricado. Very insightful. In order to make sense of these horrible crimes, what's the motive? What type of criminal is Richard Allen? I believe his motive is unknown at this time, but what I believe it could be is an unknown relationship with one of the girls. There were moments in time where the girls possibly could have been intermingling with adults, you know, unbeknownst to any of the actual caretakers that were there. You know, I think there may have been adults over here, you know, good kids doing their thing over there. And one of the friends of a friend brought over Richard Allen. You know, they brought the wolf into the hen house without knowing it. So while everybody's preoccupied, here's Richard Allen possibly communicating and establishing, you know, a way to communicate with the girls. Something inappropriate happens. And the motive could have been simply to cover it up. Could have even used the Anthony Shots account to get that as a tool to get that done. You know, so if you're trying to think about ways to get rid of somebody, you know, first you're probably thinking kidnapping or maybe like a hitman attack, you know, in a disguise just out of nowhere. But that's too risky. Now, if you can lure them into a trap and convince them of something, you know, not to talk or, you know, imagine being the predator. Imagine being victimized by the predator that was also the person consoling you. Kind of like that Koberger situation when he was consoling his classmate only to go and install cameras in her house. Man, she is lucky to be alive. That's all I got to say about that. That is some scary stuff right there. Stalking this woman so that she's completely terrified and then consoling her and saying, oh, I work in security, just like the BTK. You know, that's how they eventually caught him. Through his security gigs. That's how he was targeting his victims. But yeah, I think that could be the motive. Inappropriate relationship. Maybe threats. You know, the wife was away tending to the mother. Brother just passed away in September. He's got a lot of free time. He's hanging out with old friends, you know. So that could be the motive. And the only reason I say that because the crime seems so premeditated. The truth is it's most likely going to end up as a lone wolf scenario. You know, he was just out there, the crime of opportunity. But there's just certain things that I personally can't get over. Just, you know, the way that the prosecution wrote that probable cause affidavit, if that turns out to be true, and of course, you know, we take everything through a filter or with the grain of salt, so to speak. So if that turns out to be true, I mean, he was marching right to that bridge, covered his face and everything. But when he got to the bridge, he uncovered his face. Why? Because he was nervous and he was waiting. Needed a cigarette. He's waiting. Who's he waiting for? So that's when you get the young guy sketch. Richard Allen with his head up, you know, up over the bandana that he has under his chin. Michiana? What's up, Daisy? All right, who am I missing? Lori, welcome. This is such a strange case. I remember reading about it when it first came out. I definitely feel like there's someone else involved. You referring to the Maddux case? Yeah, for sure. I believe he was shoved up in there. It's the only thing that makes sense. I don't know. I wonder, maybe he did run away and was trying to just kind of keep that as a place to lay low. Purdue with the 14th month flex. Thank you, Purdue. Love Sleuth's analysis based on evidence. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jessica says, crazy, just crazy. Good to see you, Jessica. Freckled says, he doxed the fuck out of me. Who did? Doxing is nasty. To me, doxing is a representation of somebody that physical harm that somebody would do to you, but they can't. If they were in front of you, they would hurt you physically, but because they can't, they resort to doxing. I think it's the equivalent. I think there's violence. When you see doxing from somebody, there's violence in that person. Because in order to dox somebody, you've got to be obsessed first. And then you got to be completely out of line. And you got to be a little bit nutty if you can convince yourself ever that it's okay. And you got to be extremely childish if you're an adult and you think ever that that's okay. Daisy says, hanging upside down like the boy in the gym mat, Crime Geek covered. Yeah, we were talking about that during the live stream. It was very reminiscent. That's a very troubling case as well, considering all the surrounding talk. You know, the altercation, the corruption. Yeah, that's a very interesting story. Maybe we'll cover that one sometime this week. Purdue, 100% great photo. Yeah, he's definitely wearing the beanie, huh? Look, you can even see the edge. The edge right here. And then that little brim. See it? And then you kind of have this line that goes across the midway point. Look, there it is. It almost even matches up right here with this one. And then the lip, the heart-shaped lip. Can't really see. His chin's kind of blurred in that one. But he's got these indentions right here. See it? Right under the heart. Heart-shaped lips. Indention. You can argue it if you want to. It's right there in front of you. So, I mean, honestly. So, if you take the heart shape here, follow it down to the indention. If you were to take a scarf and run it just underneath the indention right here. See where the scarf is? It would just come right here and cover that little part of his double chin or whatever that is. Shadowbox. Sleuth, do you know the Mitrice Richardson case? No. Let's take a look. Let's take a look over here. Looks like Dr. Todd Grande covered it. Looks like this is from ABC7. Let's pull that up. All right, it looks like this is a video. I'm sure there's going to be an ad.
Rufus hates being stuck inside. Luckily,
Last night, we unveiled an eyewitness This news investigation into the death of Mitrice Richardson. And today, we're already seeing the impact. The LA County Board of Supervisors voted today to reestablish a $10,000 reward. Eyewitness News reporter Veronica Miracle has the story.
Mitrice Richardson was released from the Malibu Lost Hills Patrol Station jail around midnight on September 17, 2009. This video, obtained exclusively by Eyewitness News, has never been publicly released. Mitrice, a 24-year-old graduate of Cal State Fullerton, was in the midst of a mental health crisis the night she was arrested for not paying her bill at Joffrey's restaurant in Malibu. Joffrey's employees called the sheriff's department, hoping deputies would get Mitrice the help she needed. Instead, she was taken to jail, but then released in the middle of the night with no phone, no money, and no way to get home.
I thought they were going to keep her overnight. Something.
First thought that comes to my mind is, when she was released, was there anybody else released within an hour or so around that same time? You know, maybe with the violent history?
Something is obviously going on with her.
They had informed me that she had been released already. And
there's a delay on
this.
I
was stunned. I couldn't believe that.
Deputies later said they never saw any signs of mental illness or instability in Mitrice that night, but it was clear to nearly everyone else she encountered at Joffrey's, including a large party Mitrice sat down with that night.
I said, well, how did you get here? Why are you here? I just followed the signs and the voices.
She was rambling. She saw the sign. She was able to decode the message.
In the course of our investigation,
she needed to go to the
learned
hospital.
That a $10,000 reward from the county for information in Mitrice's case had expired more than a decade ago. Today, the Board of Supervisors voted unanimously to reestablish that reward. Supervisor Holly Mitchell sponsored the motion.
For me, I remember clearly the case of Mitrice and really thought it was important to acknowledge the fact that she was failed by perhaps multiple systems. She was a woman who needed to be protected, and that didn't happen.
I am so grateful for the documentary that aired last night on Channel 7. I mean, just the fact that, you know, you all have taken interest in her case and just really wanted to re-examine it. It really means the world to me. And I'm hoping that it will tug at the heartstrings of that person who knows what happened to her and encourage them to come forward.
Mitrice's remains were found 11 months later in Dark Canyon near Malibu. She was naked and partially mummified. How she got there and how she died remains a mystery.
There was already $20,000 in reward money being offered by the cities of Malibu and Calabasas. So today's action by the Board of Supervisors brings the total reward to $30,000. You can watch the hour-long special Unsolved LA, The Disappearance of Mitrice Richardson, streaming now live on Hulu. It's also on the ABC7 app for Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and Android TV, and on our website, abc7.com.
Yeah, I don't like Hulu. I'm not a fan of Hulu. Try to find another way to watch it. What the heck? Squeaky Will, what's up? I've thought now for a while that Richard Allen may have had a fascination with an 80s, 90s, or 2000s horror movie, and the crime scene mirrored it. His wife might know which one it was. What do you know about, wait, hold on. Give me a minute. I have to look. I gotta look it up. I can't remember the name of it. Okay. Do you guys know anything about Creepshow? What's that? When the curtain goes up, the terror begins. Now, this is probably just a silly troll that was trolling me, but for some reason I get these weird vibes When Richard Allen got arrested, I went back to this. So let me pull this up. So his name is Beleth Gremery. Now I'm telling you, this is probably a troll. But when you said that, it just reminded me of the screenshot. Creepshow 2. But this guy noticed the initials BG. These are both demons. Well, Gremery is a type of demon. Beleth is a demon. I believe it's a woman. I think that's the face of Beleth there. So this person emailed me claiming to be the bridge guy and said that what he told me, and I have all the conversation saved, and I turned it into law enforcement. I even sent it to Alex V. So if he hasn't gotten to it, man, you might want to take a look at that. So he told me, what do you think the girls, he said, what do you think the girls were thinking after I made them cross the creek to take off their clothes or something like that? It was something really, really dark. So if it was a troll, this is like an extremely evil person. Yeah, and this person said that they could get their hands on Anthony Greeno at any point. They had a huge disdain for Matt Sullivan, claimed to be from Delphi. And this was way before Richard Allen was ever mentioned, like probably a year before that. So I don't know. Says elite tradesman started new job at Elite Tradesman on February 12th, 2017. I'm sure you can adjust that. Yeah, it says here added June 11th, 2019. So they went back and adjusted the date. So it's most likely a troll. But whoever you are, you're disgusting. For sure. For the things that you said about those girls. So, Creepshow. Let me see if I can pull that up without getting some kind of strike. Usually, if you don't monetize it, they'll let you keep it on there. So let me see if it's relevant. I like old horror movies and things like that, like Return of the Living Dead. That's one of my favorite all-time horror movies. And I know kind of a little bit about Creepshow, but I've never watched it. So this one was Creepshow 2. $1987. That's the whole movie. Let me just find a clip. The Raft. That's 20 minutes. Okay, here we go. 1 minute, 59 seconds. We'll wait for the ad to clear. Obsessed doesn't necessarily mean violent. No, but I'm just saying there's a sign there. Obsession often leads to violence. Yeah, this looks weird. That's weird. Plus, I got a weird delay going on. I need to reset my... I'm going to reset this page here. You might lose me for a minute, so just chill for a minute. Alrighty. That should fix it. Hopefully. What's up, Purple Passion? Thanks for the ride, lady. She gives him a ride and she can't get rid of him. Creep Show. Guess it is an 80s flick. Yeah, when you said it, that just popped in my head. This creepy troll that was messaging me. I wonder what the odds are it's actually him. Joey says, whatever, dude. See, I was telling you what happened and you already get mad. Did I miss something? Oh, you're talking to Shadowbox? Wow, that's awful. Hey, what you up to, Frank? Oh, I missed the Slatherings. Where's he at? Can't think of anything that similar that happened in a movie, is why I was wondering. Creepshow 3? I mean, what the hell was going on with Creepshow 2? I'm going to have to go check those flicks out. I don't like the cheesy ones too much. Return of the Living Dead was a really well-made movie. It was kind of funny. It was edgy. You know, it was a good sequel. Yeah, I can kind of get with the Texas Chainsaw stuff and the Freddy Krueger and the Jason stuff, you know, but other than that, I like more like thrillers, you know, like Seven, Usual Suspects. No worries, Joey. No worries. Seems cool now. One of those drivers who was super aggressive and a total dick on the road. That lady. Damn, she couldn't even give the guy a ride. What was up with that? What the hell happened to him anyway? They've gotten more graphic over time. Original Halloween had a very little gory stuff. Rob Zombie version full of it. Oh, see, I love the Halloween movies. H2O was pretty good. I like the new ones. I like the Rob Zombie one. You know what? I'm a fan of Halloween. I usually catch them when they come out. I grew up with that stuff. It's pretty scary. Michael Myers with that messed up what was that mask of? The dude from Star Trek? Can't remember his name. It's the young version of him. God, I'm having a brain fart. I'm sure you guys will help me out. Oh, Joey, I love Mr. Brooks. You want to talk about creepy? That movie will give you the chills. Kevin Costner killed it in that movie. Thank you, Rob. William Shatner. Yeah. I'm wearing a William Shatner mask. See if they have any side-by-sides. You can't, yeah, they can't do a side-by-side with the old one because it's modeled after the young version. Whoops. It's weird. It won't open. But there you go. Redfoot says The Burning was the goriest movie from the early 80s. It was banned in the US for a long time. Really? One of my favorite old movies is Death Wish 3. You guys should go check that out. Charles Bronson. Freckled. Good one, Rob. Richard Allen is the kind of guy where a person cuts him off in a car and he follows them and confronts them unsuspectingly, I bet, or other similar stitch. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know enough about him. You know, so I can't pretend to. But I do know that his best pal was arrested for partying at an underage, for providing alcohol to minors. And these minors were connected to Abby and Libby. One was even cited as an 18-year-old, so it's on record for minor consumption. And this home is attached to Abby and the backyard of this home attaches to Abby and Libby's school. All right, we're probably going to hang out another 5 minutes, and then I got to bounce. I think this is a pretty good live stream, guys. True Crime in the Morning will commence tomorrow, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, for those of you who have been keeping track of that series. If you guys want to reach out to Farmer. Later, Freckled. Be safe out there. Lone Pony. Damn, I keep missing the lives. Guess I'm on rewatch crew again. No worries. No worries. If you are also part of the replay crew or the rewatch crew, whichever you prefer, leave a comment. Let me know. Consider subscribing. Consider becoming a member. That's more of a falling down plot, psychological thriller. That's a great movie, Falling Down, with Michael Douglas. Great movie. Thanks, Farmer. It's always good to see you, my friend. Don Spain, has anybody ever verified that Richard Allen has ever been in the National Guard or worked for Chrysler? I don't know anything about him working for Chrysler, but I do believe it has been proven. I think maybe even somebody in the chat mentioned how easy it was to look it up. Can't remember what he called it, like a D14 or something. Yeah, we love you too, Farmer. Didn't know about Richard Allen's friend. Not good. Yeah, if you want to know how to find him, just go watch. I think it was Thomas Frost and the Inquisitor. They put out a video. It was some security footage where Richard Allen was playing pool. Well, at some point, you can see him interacting with his wife and another gentleman. That's the person I'm referring to. That person is friends with Abby's mother, and also mutual friends with some family members from the German side. Well, actually, not friends, but close enough to where they're crossing paths. So I wouldn't call them friends. But definitely friends with Anna on Anna's side, because on her Facebook, there's pictures with this person. So if Richard Allen's friend is friends with them, he could be unknowingly bringing the wolf into the hen house. Joey, I'm sure we will find out that Richard Allen and KK knew each other, were involved in this case, and KK did not get 42 years for having child porn. That's not likely. All his charges would have to be public. But I do believe that the Anthony shots could have been used as a tool by Richard Allen, and whether or not it leads to Keegan or not, it could still lead to the Anthony Shots account and be connected to Keegan. I'm not done with the Anthony Shots profile yet. Still on the table for me. I believe it would be an easy tool. If your motivation was to get rid of these two girls for whatever reason it is, thrill kill, to hide an inappropriate relationship, while your wife was preoccupied, nothing was more important to you other than keeping that a secret. And to a psychopath, murdering is always on the table. Whatever works. But I don't know if he's been diagnosed as such. Hopefully we will find out the truth. All right, I'm going to catch up on chat, and then I'm going to bounce, guys. If you guys want to support my channel, you can hit up the Cash App. You can choose to become a member. You can hit up the merch shop. You can subscribe to my channel. And the easiest way, you can hit the like button. It's up to you. Michael Mann's Manhunter. I don't think I know that one. Take care, slay the rings. Thank you, Don. The DD214. So basically, if you know how to process that paperwork, you can get his records or look it up at least. And I'm sure it's been done plenty of times. And can you verify also whether he was or wasn't? GP's asking, who is the other woman that I'm seeing posted in Facebook groups? Anyone know? Other woman? What are you referring to? Hey, what's up, Julia? I had never heard about the Richard Allen connection to his buddy providing alcohol to their peers. That leaks to a backyard of the middle school, circumstantially damning. Yeah, you want to take a look? Hopefully I still have it all organized. Yeah, and if you guys want to look it up yourself, go watch the Inquisitor's video of him playing pool or Thomas Frost's video of him playing pool. Find out the name of his buddy wearing the Punisher shirt. Look up his name, just Google his name, and the police report will pop up right away. And you'll find a couple other interesting names along with it. because it looks like it's not where it's supposed to be. Oh, this might help. No. Pull the same from the same video. I took a screenshot, but it's not of him. Here, maybe I can just search it through my system. All righty, here it is. Save you some time. So this gentleman right here. Looks like I misplaced the police report, but I should be able to find it. Just bear with me a moment here. I'm hoping it's just right here. Alrighty, I found it. Okay, so this is all public information here. Now, this is not a couple months before the murders as well. October 12th, 2016. Okay, so October 8th, 1:06 a.m. Minor alcohol consumption at 404 West Summit Street. Okay, now that's here. I looked it up. So you have adults and juveniles and young adults all mingling here. All right. Kyle Smith, 18, from Delphi, was arrested when officers responded to a report of garbage cans on fire at the address. Now, remember, Kyle Smith put on a Facebook post that he can't go searching for Abby and Libby on the 14th, the morning of the 14th, because he had court. If you guys remember that. Well, this is what he had court for. Minor consumption. Was arrested when officers responded to a report of a garbage cans on fire at that address. So, you know, they were partying pretty hard. Smith exhibited signs of alleged alcohol beverage consumption. Deputy Drew Yoder investigated. Okay, so less than an hour later, operating while intoxicated, resisting law enforcement, 423 West Summit Street. So they caught up with him up the street because he was trying to flee the scene. Anthony Nebergall, 56, from Delphi, was arrested while officers were at the address, following up on a reported underage party. Nebergall was observed operating a vehicle near the location. Yoder investigated. And once again, that's the location. And you got Richard Allen right over here, right up the street, on his way to work even. No, and I'm not accusing him of anything. What I'm saying is he could very well have brought the wolf into the hen house unknowingly. You know, if he's out there hanging around, you know, acting like a young person having a midlife crisis, and he decides to bring Richard Allen along, you know, when they're not looking, he could be like, hey, how you doing? You know, generating an inappropriate relationship behind the scenes. Like, hey, can I tag you on Facebook? Or, hey, you want to be Facebook friends? Do you have a Snapchat? Good to see you, Charlotte. DD214 is a record of military service. It's easy to get your own, like getting your own birth certificate, showing proof of who you are. Well, I mean, well, I don't know if I should say that, but all of Richard Allen's information was included in the document drop. Everything you need is there. You may want to contact a lawyer first. I don't even know if that's legal. That might be a cybercrime. Slatherings, you need to get yours. Thanks for your service, my friend. Somewhere I've seen someone posted that there's another woman or lady or girl that somehow got something to do with Richard Allen case. What? Oh, you might be talking about that Charlotte name. That might be the mass leaker or something. I'm not sure. I'm not really worried about all that stuff. You know, law enforcement's fully aware of all that. And if they were breaking any laws, then people would get in trouble. So if they're not breaking any laws, I mean, there's nothing I could complain about. We have differing opinions. It's like, what's new? What is new? Thank you, Jules. I appreciate you. And could Richard Allen's friend be the link to the Anthony Shots account? Absolutely. Potentially. I doubt it. But yeah, I just don't have enough information about him or his role. But I don't see why not. If he has a connection to Peru and the whole Klein part of things, it could be. I'm just saying, you got a friend of Richard Allen who's like in his 50s mingling with young kids. And we know for a fact that Libby was constantly over at her cousin's house, at her friend's house. She was always staying the night, you know, at different places. So you never know if those places that she's staying have a couple friends over. You know, you got the kids, you know, it's bedtime for them. They're watching a movie. Everybody's chilling way on this side of the home. And over here, you got a poker game going on. You know, there's like 6, 7 adults. And slowly but surely, the adults are going to start passing out, you know, one by one. Hey, you know, we're calling it a night. And when nobody's paying attention, you got this creeper over here being where he shouldn't be. Grooming even, maybe. Thank you, Cindy. So I want to give a shout out to Cindy, Sensei, and Purdue with the 14-month flex. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Molly. Records on Twitter. Let me pull up my Twitter. And we'll finish on that if it's accurate. Yeah. Gene, can you send that to me? Or tag me in it? In your comment section? I'm not very good with Twitter. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't see anything. Sorry. (293rd Infantry). Hey, will you tag me? Sleuth Intuition? Unless you already did. I do have a notification. Let me check it. No, it's not you. Thank you, Jari. Yeah, if you could email me that or something. Search RA National Guard. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you, Gene. Yeah, it doesn't come up. Doesn't come up at all. Oh, maybe I'll just Google it. RA National Guard. No, sorry. I'm not seeing it. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. If it's out there, I'll find it. Or somebody will probably beat me to it and send it to me. Sleuth, see if you can get a better picture of Richard Allen's friend than do a side-by-side with BG. Well, this dude's really tall. This guy's like probably 6'2", 6'3", maybe even taller. So I definitely don't think he's the bridge guy. Type at username and link the thread in the comment. I'll give it one more try. The only thing that pops up is a National Guard. And it's followed by Barbara McDonald. No, I don't see it. Oh, well, I don't have much time anyway. Oh, was that you speculation that voted on that? Good to see most of you had a good weekend. Me too, had a great weekend. Can I text you a pic of it? Yeah, send it to sleuthintuition@gmail.com. You get an echo? You might need to fix your setup or refresh the screen or something. I don't think so, Joey. I think Richard Allen is both sketches. He can give himself an instant facelift just by going like this. And then when he looks down, his whole chin kind of scrunches up like a frog. He's like, facelift, young, old, young. And I think lighting could have a lot to do with it too. I mean, the sun was just bright that day. You can tell by that video. Amy, what's up? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for True Crime in the Morning. So keep an eye out for the... Oh, looks like I got an email. Hold on. Just in time. I was about to click it. Breaking new information at Delphi murder suspect Richard Allen through the FOIA Freedom of Information Act. We have obtained the records of Sergeant Richard Matthew Allen. Oh, well, I don't like this person that posted it. I'm definitely not going to show this. But I'll go check it out and I'll get those documents for you guys and I'll post them in the community. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you mañana. Peace.